and the ruling is highly objectionable. We intend to go to the High Court and challenge it, and we are hoping that the High Court will hand down a good ruling so that Governor Sonko can continue to play a leading role in the politics of this country, and particularly Mombasa. Thank you.
Mheshimiwa, would you like to say something?
Yes, I want to say on behalf of the Wiper Party, we have supported Governor Sonko all through. Our expectation is that when we go to the High Court tomorrow, we will stay all the orders given by the committee today. At the time, we will stop running till the High Court makes a determination as to whether the people of this country will decide. The sovereign power is in the people of Mombasa, and they must be given an opportunity to decide what they are doing.
My view is that members of the Fourth Estate who have been here with us today, you have seen the conduct of this tribunal right from the beginning. We were expecting this decision on Saturday. It was postponed to Sunday. From Sunday it was postponed to 11 a.m. today. From 11 a.m. it was postponed to 2 p.m. today. From 2 p.m. it was postponed to 4 p.m. today. From 4 p.m. it was postponed to 6 p.m. today. From 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. today. We're sitting there. You can see Senior Counsel like Aminwa patiently waiting. Not because of anything, but the fight for democracy in this country. When we chose democratic government and we chose the 2010 constitution, we expect that everybody, including the IEBC tribunal seated there, will discharge their mandate and dispense justice according to the provisions of that constitution. What we have seen today is an obvious case of influence. We have seen an obvious case of lack of independence by this tribunal. We are waiting for the decisions in about 2 hours, which we're going to study that decision. As Wiper Party, we have faith in the candidate which we have chosen. We will then make a decision based on a study of that decision that we are going to get in the next 2 hours. But we are extremely disappointed. We knew from the beginning that there was an apparent bias in this tribunal. We raised that bias, but this tribunal unfortunately has failed to rise above that, and they were influenced by external forces in making the decision there. And that's very unfortunate. Kenyans, we must remember that any single one of you, ourselves, my senior here, Aminwa, any decision where we are deliberately flaunting the constitution against one Kenyan, it's flaunting it against all of us. So we must all join hands in fighting such discrimination. That's all.
We had a few words. We want a peaceful day. We do not have any other home at all. The only home we have is IEBC has to pull up and make sure that things are done properly. We are telling Mr. Chebukati, as an experienced lawyer of many years standing, put and don't let us down at all. The way things are going, we could easily find ourselves that we have been let down again. We do not want that kind of to be subjected to another kind of life which we are not used to at all. We want a peaceful Kenya, and IEBC, and particularly Mr. Chebukati, we are asking you to pull up and make sure that we make the correct decision and you use common sense and give proper interpretation to the law and the constitution. Thank you.
Mheshimiwa Deputy, would you like to say something?
Thank you very much. First and foremost, I wish to tell our supporters, I know they're disappointed with the ruling that has been made this evening, but we want to tell them to be patient because our lawyers are working around the clock and we're taking this matter to the High Court tomorrow. And we are very hopeful that we'll get the stay orders for the rulings that have been done this evening. But what is really appalling us is the decision and the ruling that was made by the chair and the two commissioners who are heading the bench. If we remember, and I'm so happy that we've requested for the raw data, the raw audio, whereby the IEBC lawyer was asked by the commissioners whether the issue of the degree and the timelines was an issue. And he confirmed that the degree and the timelines was not an issue. The matter here was about Article 75 of the Constitution, which we've actually demonstrated so well by presenting the letter from the Deputy Registrar of the Supreme Court when we were seated there with Governor Sonko, and still the CRO rejected that letter, and she wanted a letter from the Supreme Court addressed to IEBC that Governor Sonko had an active matter in the Supreme Court, which was very appalling. So we believe justice will be served tomorrow when we run to the High Court. So we're telling our supporters to be patient. We are still here, and we're not going back to Mombasa until we go back there with.
I want to tell the great people of Mombasa and Kenyans in general, it is not over until it is over.
Yes.
It took time. But the degree argument was the last one. So the argument of the Court of Appeal took time, and we served the returning officer with the direction from the Supreme Court. All the media houses were present on that particular day, I remember. You can go to your clips, Citizen A24, NTV. She said there is no confirmation of a pending active appeal in court, which we proved in your presence. All the cameras were there live. And then the returning officer lied to the committee, because the following day, right now, if you Google it says Sonko no show on Nation newspaper on the 8th. You'll find the returning officer did a press conference and said we summoned Sonko to come the following day on the 8th to bring the Supreme Court to proof. Yeah? At 2:30 she did that press conference. We presented the papers before 4 again on the 8th. Now they are lying, they're misleading Kenyans, they're misleading the public. Sisi tunawaambia wananchi wa Mombasa, mkuwe na moral. Tumepigana vita kubwa kushinda hii.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo msibabaike, muwe calm, na tutakifuja, sisi ni wapenda amani. Na Orongo ni mfupi, sisi tutasimama na ukweli. Msijali, niko sawa, tuko sawa, waheshimu wote wale wako hapa sawa, Ipigana na kwa sawa. So tuombe tu Mungu na tuendelee mbele. But ile mambo IEBC wamefanya leo, we know money must have been exchanged hands. Yeah, I want to concur with the sentiments of Madam Lumala, the lawyer. Our case was supposed to be ruled yesterday. Saturday ikakuja Sunday ikakuja Monday 11 ikakuja 2 ikakuja 4 ikakuja 5:30 ikakuja 8. Size some minutes past 10 ndio tumepewa verdict. But pia sisi ni watu wa intelligence. Tuna handle mambo mengi pia ya ufisadi, tunaelewa vile kunaenda. Na tunajua kama process wale wametumika. Magunia ya pesa wale yamebebwa. We understand who is there na alikuwa anafanya kazi wapi. Deputy ya nani. We understand all these cases. So tusongeshe nchi nyuma. Tupeleke nchi mbele. Katika mambo yanafanyika na kurejesha nchi nyuma. I'm not above the law, but we want justice to deal na kitu ya kweli. Appeal, mambo ya appeal. I dispatch you on 18th of February, walipo gazette Nairobi by election, wali gazette wa 82 yeah? Na siati notice of 4th January, walisema wa 82 is all the way going to the ballot because he's an independent candidate. The gazette only the primaries of the Jubilee candidates. Yeah? And I joined IEBC in my impeachment case because I had to stop the election because I had an active case in court. So IEBC were a party in the High Court, at the Court of Appeal, and in the Supreme Court. In my appeal for impeachment case. So kisama hawajui about my impeachment appeal, that is wrong. It's misleading the committee, misleading the justice, Kenyans and the great people of Mombasa. Kwa Mombasa msijali, tuko pamoja na tutaendelea na hii vita. Hatuachie hapo. Yes. Wajenye lazima waende nyumbani. Yes. Lazima waende nyumbani kabisa.
I wanted to add something, Governor. If they are claiming that we delivered our documents late, why did they receive them? Because the CRO has powers to reject those documents. But he received those documents, the degree, the certified copy, and even the letter from the Supreme Court on 8th. We delivered that letter to our office, and she acknowledged receipt of that letter. Why did she receive it if we're out of time? This is the big question that requires an answer from the bench, because we made it very clear. If we truly delayed the documents, and we made several judgments here where candidates' rulings were not in their favor because they delivered the documents late and they were rejected, they were not received
with the CROs. But how come our documents were received? This is a question that begs for an answer. The degree, the certified copy, and even the letter from the Supreme Court. Only she was there to receive it. Why? If she didn't direct us to bring that letter, why did she receive it? So we expect the media to expose all this because Kenyans and the great people of Mombasa, they're expecting an answer.
Maybe kumalizia sababu sasa ya time lazima watu wakalale. The degree we had it. It was just in the car. But because of mob crowd, this is a sensitive document utaka ipasuliwe. But while we were inside, waliposema nataka original, it was brought. Before they closed, it was brought immediately. But the issue of verifying the direction from the Supreme Court took a lot of time. Na istosha waliposema wanataka from the institution Kemu, we complied when we were inside. We have even annexed in our affidavits the M-Pesa statements from Safaricom, certified, signed, stamped by Safaricom. We were told by Kemu to pay 2,000 fee to certify, which we sent it by 344 to Lituma. And the degree was certified and sent back to us, copied to IEBC through the email. So there is something else.
Yeah. Sawa.
Sanitize Mombasa.